sure we've got both of your books on the table. Yep. Elson, got the glasses. Alright. Ladies, gents, days and dems, if you could please take this opportunity to grab a glass of sparkling and quickly take a bathroom break. We're just a few moments away from the presentation ceremony. Can you please take this opportunity also to kindly turn your phone to silent? Alright, can I please have you do that? Yeah? Thanks everyone. Welcome all to this special occasion in which we recognise Pam and Rob's commitment that began at this club when they were teenagers. It has been 52 years of service at the club, which is a great achievement, one that has brought them closer to all of you. However, we are not here to give Pam and Rob an award for service like we led you all to believe. We're here to celebrate something washed in gold. Today is Rob and Pam's 50th wedding anniversary, and this will be their vow renewal. Holding this event in the Surf Lifesaving Club was very significant to these two, as it's where their love story began. They were 18 years old. At first, for Pam, Rob faded into the background. He wasn't as outspoken or gregarious as she. There were other young men that showed their interest in obvious ways. It was only once Pam was injured that she was forced to slow down and take notice of him. Pam was committed and turned up her training even when she couldn't participate. As she watched the lifeguards leave the shed for training, she noticed how Rob was consistently lost out on the waves. Until now, she thought he just wasn't as fit as everyone else. In truth, Rob was tidying up all the other jobs in the club before setting off, placing the oars, replacing items in the medical kit, or wheeling the boat out. He took up a lot of the heavy lifting that nobody else wanted to do. His consistency in giving more than what was asked of him, and maybe his thoughtfulness in bringing Pam an ice pack or two, is what got him over the line. On first glance, Pamela was someone Rob thought to be the quintessential beachside bombshell, with a wily spirit and feminine gait that was sure to attract the attention of all the beachgoers in Bronte. Instead of concocting a plan to win her over, or wave the white flag in advance, as some men might do, Rob remembers feeling sorry for her. Tommy was a terrible flirt, and so was Lucas. And Henry and Ollie and Jackson. He watched as the boys peacocked one after the other and shook his head. Rob did as Rob does and was perfectly himself. When Pam asked Rob out, he said, "Aren't I supposed to do that?" Feigning offence. Pam said back to him, "Yeah, but I don't think you ever would, and someone's got to." Rob and Pam described falling in love with one another as a feeling similar to rising in the buoyancy of water to find air. They were married on this date in 1973. They took up a beachside house in Bronte and had 2 water babies together in Tony and Kate, whom they loved beyond words. Rob and Pam are thrilled that they see the strength of their own love within both of their children's marriages, and are given peace in knowing that that same love they had will be passed on to their grandkids. Can we please have Tony and Kate join us here for a toast to begin this celebration? To Rob and Pam!
Rob and Pam.
In a moment, we'll have an opportunity for guests to say a few words, so have a think. But now I'm going to put Kate and Tony on the spot. Would you like to say any words about your parents' love?
Very kind words.
Love you both dearly.
Amazing, thank you. You guys may now join the crowd. Would anyone else like to say some words? Please come and line up now. And what's your name? And what's your relationship to these two? Alright, say your piece. Thank you. And would anyone else like to say some words? Alright, we'll get back to it. Now, Rob and Pam would like to present one another with gifts representing 50 years worth of thought and care. It's traditional on the 50th anniversary to find something made of gold. Pam, may you please present Rob with his anniversary gift.
Oh my god, this is spectacular.
Why did you choose this?
Words.
And what would you like to say?
I can't believe we thought of this morning.
Alright, Rob, it's your turn to gift your love. What have we got?
A golden sundial.
Thank you so much. It's amazing.
You absolutely nailed it, Rob. That one's going to last forever. We'll take a short pause for anyone who would like to take photos now. Please go ahead. You guys want to stand together? And now another moment for the tissues. Rob and Pam will renew their vows. Let's start with Pam. Pamela Iona Savage, do you promise Robert Finn Savage that you will continue to read him like a poem every day, knowing you might never understand every word? Do you promise to turn love into a verb, lay awake for hours counting sheep for him? If not that, perhaps you will promise to turn your breath silver now that his hair has changed colour, and never forget to dance to the tune of the kitchen kettle in your living room. In a world that could leave you hard as metal, do you vow to stay soft as nostalgia together?
I do.
Robert Finn Savage, do you promise Pamela Iona Savage that you will continue to read her like a poem every day, knowing that you might never understand every word? Do you promise to turn love into a verb, lay awake for hours counting sheep for her? If not that, perhaps you could promise to turn your breath silver now that her hair has changed colour, and never forget to dance to the tune of the kitchen kettle in your living room. In a world that could leave you hard as metal, do you vow to stay soft as nostalgia together?
I do.
And now Rob will remake his vows at 50 years.
Words.
Thank you, and now time for you, Pam.
Words.
Pam and Rob believe the secret to their long-lasting marriage is that life is what you make it. Nothing looks greener when you cultivate what you've got right in front of you. This philosophy is abundantly clear in the way they have lived their lives in service to others and to one another. Pam and Rob walk the 2-kilometre track from Bronte to Bondi and back every day, carving out that time together throughout their marriage. They have also tended to the connections they've made at the club, to the point where they can stand in this room today and feel a genuine love from each and every person. Pam and Rob would like to thank you all for coming and invite you to join them a little later in the festivities to take a commemorative 2-kilometre walk with them from Bronte to Bondi and back. And now let's make a final toast to Mr. and Mrs. Savage, and may they continue to grow more in love as they share it with their growing family. And we're done.
Woo! Final. Alright, next one, let's go.